Hey everybody, it's Allison here from Common Ground Gardens. We are picking garlic today. You guys see behind me? I'm having a massive chicken problem. The goats kind of bent the fence out and the chickens can all get out now, so we gotta fix that later, but for now they're eating all the bugs, so it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Alright, sorry about the super intense sunlight, but we're here in Utah, Zone 6, and it's super intense sunlight. So here in Utah we plant garlic out in September, and it overwinters in the ground, and then you normally harvest it in July, but we had an extreme early heat wave, as many of you guys did too, and so the garlic suffered, and I'm pulling it about 3-4 weeks early right now. A bummer because those weeks make the bulbs bigger, but the truth is I found when you grow your own garlic in the ground, whether you buy seed garlic from a company or you plant out, you know, some organic garlic from the store, it's super intense. So even though this is a bit smaller maybe than what you buy at the store, the garlic flavor is about 3 times more than normal, so you don't need nearly as much. In fact, I was doing some research to check my facts, and they were saying when you harvest it right, you know, and you use it right away, like we used some last night, it's supposed to be more mild. You have to dry it out to let it become more intense, but woo, it was hot. It was so good. So much better than the store. Oh my gosh, it's just amazing. So anyway, so these babies went into the ground last September, and I did 2 patches. I did one here that's in my pepper bed, and then I did one here back behind me, which is way more shaded, and that is like my greens bed, has a lot of lettuce and greens. And really only the patch that was in the full sun performed well, so I won't be putting any in the back beds again. I'll show you the difference in size. These were planted at the same time. Full sun, part shade, so definitely will be full sun again. Chicken fight! So let me show you what we're looking for, and we know when the garlic's ready to be harvested. Let me see, this one's okay. So here's the whole plant. You want about 1/3 of the bottom to be brown, and then the rest still green. So this guy has a lot of green, so he was a little too, it wasn't quite time, but I went ahead and harvested it anyway. And then most of my garlic looks like this because of the heat wave. All brown. So that's too far. Still going to be taste good. I'm not worried about it. But I guess the problem is if you let it go too long and everything's brown, the bulbs down here, the cloves will separate, and they're harder to store because there's more of a possibility that they might mold. So after you either want to gently pull the stalks up from the ground. I can do that because my soil's pretty fluffy. Either that, or you want to go ahead and gently lift it up with a spade or something like that, so that you don't damage the bulb. But these guys are doing pretty good. And then what I'm going to do is hang them up in groups of like 5 or 6. They have so much stock on them. So we're going to hang them up to dry in groups of 5 or 6, and or maybe lay them out flat on a rack where they have good air circulation, and they're going to sit out in the shade for 2 weeks to 2 months. Here it's bone dry. I mean, seriously, we live in a really arid climate, plus we're having a drought this year, but they'll dry out really fast outside. And so you're looking for the papery part to be nice and dry, and the inside part not to be green. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's still a little moist and green. You want all that gone. So there's two kinds of garlic. There's called soft neck and hard neck. These are purple Italian hard neck that I bought years and years ago, and I just replant them over and over. So by September I'll still have cloves left, and I'll just use those as my seed garlic. And so, I mean, years ago I bought a pound of garlic, and it's been serving me well for all these years. I really did try to double my yield this year, and that didn't quite work out. And as far as what kind you should plant, you're going to have to do your research, because you plant soft neck or hard neck for a reason. And so it has to do with your climate. So I'm not going to pretend I know everybody's, what will work the best. I use the hard neck. If you get the soft neck and you're able to grow that well, you can braid them and make the cute braids for your kitchen, which works out really well. I braid my onions and it's no problem, but because these are hard neck, they have quite a hard stem right here. They don't braid as well, but they store amazing. I've never had spoiled garlic from the garden. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna pull these up. All right, not bad. I was hoping for double, but get what you get. So again, for curing the garlic, we're going to, excuse me, I'm trying to film something. Anyway, so for curing the garlic, we're gonna not clean them. Leave the dirt on, leave the roots on, leave the stem on, because it's still gonna pull resources from the stem there. And we are gonna let it dry out in the shade for 2 weeks to 2 months until it's nice and dry and crispy and the stem has no more green. And then we can brush off the dirt, cut the root, and cut the stem and store them. All right, get out of here. Chicken business. Oh, you guys, it's hot today. It's only supposed to be like 85, but I am roasting. So I'm gonna go inside after I make sure everybody has enough water. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you guys try garlic this fall. It literally couldn't be any easier. You put the cloves in the ground, they overwinter, and you fertilize them in the spring and make sure they stay watered, and you can harvest them in the early summer. So easy as pie. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. And remember, life's a garden. Dig it.